So good afternoon and welcome to our very first career coffee chat. Make sure you have your cup of coffee or tea. It's also probably lunch chat since it's noon, and I want to welcome you to a short session where our goal is to really provide some updates on resources and services in this new virtual space for our faculty and staff partners in particular. Today's session will be focused on virtual resources. So everything from updates to our website. If you've been to our website, there's a new look and feel, as well as handouts and resources that are available for you to share with your students or use in the classroom or in an advising session. I will be your host today. My name is Anita Manuel and I am the Associate Director for the Career Center. I will definitely give some time on who we are. This is one of the most recent pictures of our team, and we are a group of career counselors, professional job developers, industry liaisons and specialists that are all dedicated to serving our campus community and our students to ensure that they are career ready upon graduation. And we'll chat a little bit more about what career ready means. We'll also touch base on what we do as far as some of the services and how we're organized as a department and how students can best connect with us. We have a team of 8 professional career counselors who specialize on career pathways. So you have a liaison to your college area, but it's a little bit broader in our department beyond just one college. There are some career pathways that encompass 2 or 3 colleges. But basically, each one of our career counselors works either in one of these career pathways and connects with industry specialists or employers within these pathways as well. The thought behind that is that there could be students in various majors who want to get into industries or career pathways outside of their quote unquote major. So for example, I might be a business major who actually would like to work in health. The green economy, or I might be a arts student who has an interest in working in technology and maybe designing new products or technologies. So a student can make one-on-one appointments, and they're all virtual appointments. They're Zoom appointments, can attend webinars. So most of our traditional workshops have now been created as webinars online, as well as career panels. So we are still hosting career panels based on these pathways that include alumni and employers who are sharing their own stories and career journeys to help inspire our students, but also help them develop that first professional network. Today, we're specifically going to be going over our virtual resources related to our website. So the 2 key areas we'll look at is the Educators tab. This is a screenshot of our new website. So the Educators tab is for all campus partners and primarily those who are serving students directly, either in the classroom or building programming for students or through advising. And then we'll look over our resources page because all of our virtual handouts and guides are listed there in one page. So it should be pretty easy to find the resources that you'll need. Okay, so at this point, let's do a quick tour of our website. This is where all of our virtual resources are housed and stored. As you can see, the website is now in the new template for the university. And the quickest way to get to information is on these tabs at the top here. And specifically today, we'll be looking at the Educators tab, which is available for all of our campus partners who are directly serving students by instruction in the classroom or advising sessions, and also our resource page, which has all of our PDF guides, career guides, as well as access to the apps that we just reviewed a little bit earlier. So direct login to SJSU Handshake from here, Focus 2, the self-assessment app, SJSU Squared, the mentoring app, also a direct link to LinkedIn Learning, since we do have that access as a partner San Jose State University students can all access LinkedIn Learning. VMOC, or the resume critiques, virtual resume critiques, big interview for the mock interviewing, and then any additional resources for students or alumni that have been displaced by COVID-19 situation, some community resources as well. So let's first click on the educators page. Actually, really quickly before I do that, I want to scroll down. There's a couple key resources here that you should be aware of. When I just logged in, I don't know if you noticed on the bottom here, there's a little pop-up window that says, hello, how may I help you? During 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, we have student staff as well as our professional staff manning our live chat. And this is our live chat, so it'll just pop up anytime a student comes to the website, or even if you come to the website. So if you forget where a resource is, or you have a quick question and this little box pops up, you can type in right away what your question is and someone will respond to you. These are the tiles that take you directly into the specific pages. And so this is where students should really start. I think their journey on the website, each of the developmental model areas, the explore, build, experience, and launch are built out here. And then the related resources will be within this page. So if I kind of read this and say, oh yeah, I probably need to take some self-assessment, or if you feel your student should do some self-assessment, they can start at explore your options. And then it will bring them to the resources. So a career exploration plan, who their career counselor is, and this major career and exploration guide, which is one of our newer guides and really helpful for students who are trying to figure out what they can do with a particular major, or if they've already decided or declared a major, the different career pathways that are available to them and how to do the research, which includes informational interviewing, but also how to do online research of companies and jobs. What's nice about this is we also have some activities that we've included here to help students make decisions. So once you get the information, what do you do with it? So we have an occupation comparison grid, as well as a decision-making activity in this guide. I'm just going to scroll through here so you can see what the guides look like. They're pretty much all in the same format. Obviously the content and things is going to be different based on topic, but there's an introduction into what the topic is. In this case, we're talking about exploration and self-assessment, definition of what these terms mean, the types of self-assessment that we can help students do, personality, interests, values, and skills are the core 4 areas that we look at. Links to those assessments, focus 2, our career values assessment, a transferable skills list. And then if there's specific questions that you get or students have, for example, I need to decide on a major, but I have no idea what I'm good at. If that's, some of these are just prompts to help students figure out where to go. You can click on that and it will take you specifically to the page with an activity that they can do to help them answer that particular question. So here is the activity: complete these 2 things. For researching, this is what you will need to do for the researching piece. And then the actual activity. So it'll say use your SJSU catalog as well as your results from Focus 2 and start filling out these columns. And this is an interactive PDF, so students can directly type their answers into this, save it, and then bring it to your next session. And then some prompts of the highest ranking of some of these outcomes based on the listing of decision-making areas up here. So these are, I think, really helpful if you want a student to do some pre-work before an appointment or before coming in, or even as a class assignment before they actually maybe have a discussion or a discernment activity. This is kind of the pre-work that they can do to actually collect the data and organize it in some way to make some decisions. So I'm going to go to the educators page because this is where you'll find how to connect with us. So there's a direct link here of the team. everyone from our leadership team, the career coaching team. Also, all students can now make appointments with us through Spartan Connect. We are now officially on Spartan Connect. So this is a direct link back to EAB Spartan Connect, and it's their single sign-on. If you're interested in connecting with one of the Career Center liaisons, your career counselor, it lists the pathway that they work with and then their email. And then if you want to learn a little bit more about them, we each have little intro videos of ourselves so students can get familiar with who they're going to meet as well. Direct link to employer connection events if you want to see the live feeds of what's happening. All of our events have gone virtual, so this is a special page just about the virtual job fairs, so students can see exactly what is a virtual fair, top tips on how you get started and register for the fairs, and then a listing of the fairs and when they're coming up. So that is going to be very helpful because I think you'll potentially get a lot of questions from students as to what does the fair situation look like this semester? How do I participate in a virtual fair? And then on this page, you'll have a live feed from Handshake of the events that are coming up, as well as a PDF listing, a live feed of connection events beyond job fairs. So for example, if a company is doing a virtual information session, if we're having a mentoring event or a career panel, if there are community events or student club events, all of those will be listed here as well. And then all the career education events. So what kinds of webinars are we doing for students around resume writing, job fair search techniques for a virtual fair, job fair success workshop for international students, how to practice your pitch. So all of these will be listed here. If students want to attend any of these, they would just log into Handshake, click on events, and they can register for any of those events. And then back to the educators page. This is where we also list our workshop request form. So if you'd like one of us to come into your virtual classroom and do a workshop that we traditionally have done in the past on any career related topic, you can fill out this form and then one of us will respond to you and ensure that we can schedule a time to join your webinar or lead a chat. Or if there's a conflict in this virtual environment, we can now pre-record information for you and then send that to you to share with your students. We also share and collect career outcome data, the newest data that's just been crunched for 17-18 grads is now posted. So if you want to know, where our students are landing, the sample job titles, salaries, top hiring employers for our students, you would just click on this link here. If you want to integrate any of our modules, we have built some of our career education modules with instruction videos on how to do or learn about certain topics, and then practice activities. Those are now on Canvas through a faculty Canvas course. This will take you back to that page to learn more. This is the workshop request form, and then we have all of our handouts for educators, which is also going to be on the resource page. You'll see two side tabs here. This is the page for the Canvas course. This is information a little bit about what the Canvas course will cover, quick 3-minute video on what it looks like and what it entails. And then these are just the 3 areas that are covered, 3 main courses or sets of modules by your journey to career readiness, which is basically preparing you from all phases of the career development model, exploring your options, self-assessment, building experience before you graduate, and then launching your career, which is all the resume writing, branding, job and internship search strategies, networking, interviewing. Internship Ready are modules to help students understand what internship options are, how to find internships, and then how to best prepare for those internships and success on the job. And then Careers in Tech for non-tech majors are some modules that are focused on helping students who are more in the liberal arts areas who are wanting to break into technology or work for a large tech firm, especially in this area, and identifying the key departments within an organization that are looking for non-technical backgrounds and fields. So there's a lot of opportunity there, and this is specifically for those liberal arts students. And of course, if you want to attend another one of our coffee chats, this is just a page listing everything that we'll be doing in the series. So each coffee chat has a theme. So today is just our virtual resources and overview. And then in September, starting next week, we have going over preparedness for job fairs and introduction to SJSU Handshake, and so on. So we have something all the way until November, and they're all recorded. So if you can't make them, we will post the recordings on our website here once they're ready. For resources, this page, all of the plans, checklists, guides, and also access to the apps are going to be on this page. If you want a quick snapshot of everything that's listed by the topic, this is a really good one-page PDF. So it'll show the developmental model on top, the topics that fall underneath that piece of the model, the career apps that are aligned with those areas. In addition, for example, the career values assessment is listed here because it's part of self-assessment. And then any of our guides that are listed that connect with those themes. So for example, if you're looking for job and internship search, this guide will guide you through networking, utilizing LinkedIn, how to do an informational interview, preparing your pitch, and then attending fairs and info sessions. Our resume cover letter guide, same format, samples, writing accomplishment statements, how to use VMock, the online resume critique app, and then a little bit about cover letters. And what's nice here is if students need samples of any of these topics, if you go to samples by major, all of these are resume samples by these particular areas. So let's say I'm interested in graphic design, then this is an example of a good graphic design related or design related resume. You can see this is much more focused on creative kind of content, creative resume versus, let's say, maybe more of your business related resume that looks a little bit more traditional. So these are just good places to start for students and great resources as pre-work or examples that they can use. Okay, so again, this one-pager overview is actually the very first link on resources, career success resource. And it's the overview of basically everything that's listed below. Okay, now, one other resource that I want to share with you is that we recently just launched a blog. Instead of having like a formal newsletter or bombarding your inbox with email updates, we wanted to find a way to share kind of a highlight of any new resources or trends or events that might be helpful for our faculty and staff as they work with students throughout the semester. So this blog, it's just blogs.sjsu.edu/career center. We will post once a month, and that will be a little intro about what we're facing or the current place that we are in the semester as far as recruitment, a little humor when possible, and then key readiness resources. So for this first entry, basically what we're doing now, going over those key web pages that we are just reviewing, and then upcoming events, these coffee chats, and then virtual fairs, the listing of the fairs for students. And then we'll always add a little bit of workforce and economic trends. So the LinkedIn economic graph, the career pathways resource is really helpful if you're doing any development of curriculum or looking at future outcomes. World Economic Forum has some really great resources and interactive PDFs and data. And if there's an interesting podcast or something that we've read that we think would be good to share, we'll add that here too. So definitely, if you have an interest in not necessarily having to constantly go to the website, but just getting an update in your inbox, I would come to our blog and then just subscribe. And then you'll get that directly once a month, promise. Of course, at any point in time, if you have a question or, oh, look, there's me. And want to know more about what we do, I clicked on the wrong thing. I wanted to go to contact us. Please feel free to just reach out and email me. So this is my email address, anita.manuel@sjsu.edu, and I'd be happy to, discuss any partnership ideas or resources or needs that you have that you think we need to develop. We always value your feedback. So thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you at the next coffee chat.